How's it going, everyone? Today we're going to be doing an update video. I have a ton to talk about from the last couple weeks, plus we got some new pickups for the library. But firstly, I wanted to discuss a recent thing that happened to me, as well as my studio and some friends of mine. I was invited out to Springfield, Kentucky for the James Bond III Film Festival. I might have mentioned it every once in a while, but the short film that we did on this channel called The Interrogation, which you can find a link to in the description below, was selected to the festival. And initially, I wasn't going to be going because I didn't have the money. But fortunately enough, one of my relatives decided to chip in to pay for a ticket to get down there. And I spent a whole week in Springfield. I do have vlog footage from that, and I will be putting that all together in the coming week. But yeah, so I was down there. There's a lot really to talk about, but in all, what the studio did was amazing. It's all I can really say is what happened was very amazing because I had just graduated from college, right, from film school, and this was my first film festival. And somehow, we managed to win. This is my award, or not just my award, but my studio's award, and Your Move Studios' award. And this was great. This is a great piece to put with the studio itself. In fact, I keep it up here on my shelf, just for safekeeping. But for now, I'm going to put it next to Doctor Strange if I can. There we go, now it's in the background, I guess. But yeah, there's that. So I officially won an award. So now I have a film award. But now I have to keep going, make more projects, get my name out there. It's a process. It definitely is a process for many people, not just including me. But now we're going to get into the pickups and then what you can expect from me. Not only this month in April, but for the next couple months. So, let's start off with Pet Sematary. This is the 30th anniversary edition. I decided to decline on the 4K, mostly because it was just $20. I mean, granted, it was just $20. When you're talking about 4K Blu-ray, $20 isn't that much. But this one was about $12.93. Not that bad. And I didn't even have a copy of this yet. We used to have a VHS copy of this, but I never had it. And there was definitely a DVD version, but I wanted to get this because there was some pretty good bonus features inside of it. Pretty good stuff. I enjoy listening to the commentary. Definitely a worthwhile pickup, and it looks really good. The transfer was really great, so definitely check that one out. This month had a lot of Disney, so we're going to start off with Emperor's New Groove and Kronk's New Groove. I remember the original very well. I don't remember seeing Kronk's New Groove, but that was, I remember the first one. First one's fine. There's some funny things about it. John Goodman's really good, and obviously Yzma, best villain in that whole movie. Probably one of my favorite villains. She's just hilarious and wacky. And Kronk, gotta love Kronk, right? So much so that they gave him a movie, which is odd. Very, very odd. Next up, I already had three copies of this entire trilogy. I really do. I have one on Blu-ray, one on VHS, and one digitally. And so I figured, why not add another one? And this is Back to the Future on Steelbook. I found this at Walmart. Walmart's been getting a lot of, Steelbooks lately. So I decided to pick one of these up. And I kind of like it. The one thing I don't like is that you have to... These things are stacked on top of each other. So if you wanted to get to the bonus disc, you have to take out Back to the Future 3. Or if you wanted to see Back to the Future 2, you have to take out the first one just to get to that one. But I really like it. I like the Steelbook design. For me personally, I like it. I would have been better if it was more of the pop art sort of stuff, like the minimalist art, but who knows. Next, Overlord. I like me some zombie movies. This one's a bit of a slow burn, not a lot of zombie stuff, but when it gets to it, it's entertaining. There's some very entertaining aspects about this. Some flourishes that are put into the film that I really enjoy. It's not a great movie, but I wholeheartedly enjoy it. At least some people are bringing back the World War II zombie movie. I would like to see more of that. Next is the Little Mermaid, the signature edition. This is the, I believe, 30th anniversary. I might review this movie later this year, because I really enjoy this movie. It does have its flaws, such as the, stereotypical, hey, 3 days, you're going to get married, blah, 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 blah. There is that. But, again, this is one of the movies that brought Disney back for the brink in the late 80s, and it really ushered in the whole Disney Renaissance. Definitely not the best when it comes to the actual Renaissance itself, but the animation's still good, the music's really good, Ursula's a very fun villain. There's a lot of stuff that I could really say about it, but I'm not going to bore you with that, because we're moving on. Next up, we have the Hunchback of Notre Dame 2 movie collection. The original one is such an underrated classic, especially with its very adult themes of adultery that's involved in one of the songs. And if you don't know what I mean, it's hellfire. Just look up the villain song, you'll get it. I haven't seen the sequel, and I hear it's really, really bad, so I'm going to stay away from that. Stay away from that at all costs. Next up, Hercules. Hercules. What do I have to say about Hercules? It's a weird movie. There's so many styles it's going for. Like, it has Greek mythology involved in it. Like, you have all the Greek designs and whatnot. But then it takes more of a Judeo-Christian gospel sort of tone. Like, with the songs and whatnot. It's just such an odd movie. But somehow, I still like it. I mean, maybe it's because James Woods is playing Hades, or the songs are really enjoyable. I mean, not as enjoyable as other, Disney films, but I don't know. I liked it. Next, Tarzan. Tarzan's fun. That's all I have to say. Tarzan's fun. It's dumb at times, but I really enjoy it. Next up, one of the films I put in my top 10 this year, or from last year, and that is A Star is Born. I really enjoy this movie. Does it have flaws? Yeah, but every film has flaws, and I found the movie a lot more compelling than some of the other films I saw last year. There is one film I still want to pick up, and that is The Favorite, which is such a fun movie. I like that movie so much, but A Star is Born, good movie, good performances, good songs. Kind of figured Shallow was going to win, but, I would have liked some other songs. Next up, Spiderman into Spiderverse. And as many of you will know, this was my number one film of 2018. There was so much in this movie that was so loving that I just felt the warmth of why this movie worked so well. I could talk for hours on it, but, I don't want to bore you. I really don't want to bore you. And finally, we have, I probably have to take this stupid thing off of it, but Cree 2. I like this movie. I thought it was a very entertaining Thanksgiving movie. In fact, I would say a lot of the Rocky movies are good Thanksgiving movies, because you could watch it, after dinner and just get, really pumped up. You could watch Rocky 2 or Rocky 4 or Creed 2. All these movies I view as, that type of movie. But yeah, and that's all of the pickups I have. Now, as for updates, in about 2 weeks, I will be starting to film a music video for a song called All Right This Time. And I don't want to give any specifics, but this is going to be for a 72-hour music video competition. So we have 3 days to shoot and edit an entire music video. And then that music video will be shown at a screening down in Eugene, Cottage Grove area. And that will be at the end of the month. That weekend in specifics... What are you doing, Ange? What are you doing? I'm recording.
I know. I'm just sitting here.
Okay, just sit there. Anyways, in specifics, there's probably not going to be a lot to do that weekend. There's a couple movies I wanted to check out called The Missing Link, but I probably won't get to those that weekend. So those reviews will probably be moved towards the middle of the following week, just to be safe, because I'm going to be spending a majority of my time that weekend just shooting. As far as upcoming movie reviews that I have planned, or even upcoming specials I have planned, there's one for Pokemon that is scheduled for the first week in May. So that's going to be very interesting to talk about my sort of passionate history behind, Pokemon, both as a card game player, as a video game player, and as an anime watcher. I've watched a lot of it. So there's going to be a fun video for that. There is going to be a video on Toy Story before June, hopefully. Talking about all the, Toy Story movies and specials and whatnot. So there's going to be that. There isn't much else that I could really disclose at this time, but just know that in a couple weeks I will not be doing a movie review that week because I'm going to be up in my knees with editing at night. It's going to be a pain in the ass, but it's going to be worth it, hopefully. So that's it for all of my updates and all that stuff. Hopefully I'll get the Springfield vlog out. There might be some intercuttings with me back here to kind of fill in some of the gaps of the story, but that's about it. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.